I'm sorry. Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Juice was right.
Just a little louder on the mic. So
You were right. You were right.
You're
Juice
right.
was right.
You're right.
These niggas tax while I'm bringing the pack. I'm a roller with stars and I'm smoking on platinum. Got my eye on the prize so I don't do distractions. I'm coming back.
Man, it's a good sun. It's a good, nice sunny day in Phoenix
How you know?
because they let it rain all down in LA on both LA teams. But we gonna get into that with what it do? It's your boys Juice and Lou. We back here with another episode for y'all, man. I know somebody's a little upset. Somebody's a little upset. And me, I'm right. Again. Huh. Hey man, I just want to give a special shout out to my guy, my dog, Femi. Shout out to Femi, man. We was on his podcast. We was on his video. I said Suns to the finals. You and him laughed at me. He said I was crazy. Suns versus Clippers. Game 6. It was close until the fourth. And then CP3 said, Man, J. Lou, how you feeling, man? How you feeling? Talk to me.
Well, before I start, congratulations to, of course, Phoenix. You know, Chris Paul played on my Thunder for a year, bought prosperity for a year. It was pretty heartwarming. So I appreciate you.
You think that should have been y'all?
No, heck no, not with our roster. Even though we were supposed to draft Devin Booker, but he got taken one spot ahead. Oh man, it was just one pick away. Our GM already had his mind made too. He said he was gonna get Booker, but one pick away.
At least you're not us. We took Justice Winslow 2 picks before Phoenix. At least you're not us. So.
Just one pick away, man. But shout out to Booker as well, Phoenix. DeAndre Ayton, he was a beast in college. Clearly a beast in the NBA. I mean, I always thought he would be good, but the critics didn't. I knew he would be a solid big man. He had 17 rebounds this game. He's having a great playoffs. I said at the beginning of the playoffs, just call him Playoff Aiden because he was hooping. Averaged 18 and 14 with 2 blocks this series. So he was a big part in this championship run. Cameron Payne. Just move on. Jay Crowder, of course, was a great pickup, obviously. He's back in the finals again.
Yeah.
And all the other Sun role players, Bridges, Johnson hit their shots. Frank Kaminsky, when he got in a little bit. Torrey Craig did good defense. So it was nice. I mean, they were celebrating like they won the whole thing already. But I understand that feeling. Because, we saw LeBron last year. He would just sing on the floor when he won a Western Conference Finals trophy. Because he knew the job wasn't done, quoting Kobe. But congrats to the Suns. But now I'm on to reality. Let's be honest. I've never seen a playoffs where 9 to 10 All-Stars have been in my whole lifetime.
Here we go.
Of living. I mean, it's just reality. Am I wrong?
What do you want them to do about it?
I'm just saying, I'm saying reality. Like, reality is hitting. 9 to 10 All-Stars in literally a month. Are you kidding me?
It's unfortunate.
You kidding me?
It's real unfortunate.
I already said the NBA. I was talking to some people. I think they should shorten it from 82 games to 58 to 64 games. Keep the play-in tournament if you want, and then have the regular season. I mean, the postseason still same format, I guess. Even though a 16 team, instead of get rid of conferences, which wouldn't be that bad, and just have a 16 team, the best 16 teams on each, no matter what conference, just the best 16 teams in the league in a playoff series from 1 through 16. I think that would be even more interesting. But I understand time zones, money and whatnot. I understand that part. So that'll probably never happen for foreseeable future at least. But dang, man, these injuries, and it got worse. Giannis, he's out for Game 5 officially. Trae Young, he hasn't said if he's playing or not, but I doubt he'll play. But on the Clippers side, Kawhi, obviously. I don't know. No one knows what the injury is. I don't think it's any structural knee damage. I feel like it's a sprain because, he's not in a boot or a cast or nothing. So he's probably sprained it or something, or bruised it at least. He's still enjoying life. You've seen him in the crowd with his family. The playoff peace slander has to stop, though. He played his heart out. He's not even a number one option player anymore, like he was in Indiana. It's honestly remarkable that his injury in the Olympics, he never got significantly worse. Yeah, he's not really dunking on people like he did Birdman in the playoffs, but he's still a great option on the court. Put up 29 points this series, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal. Shooting splits weren't the best, but come on. I already said his three-point shooting wasn't that good this playoffs from the previous video. He shot almost 43% from the field. He gave it his all, man. He really gave it his all. He played, of course, with my team, Oklahoma City, and that was his best year when they called him MVP George. And then he got hurt, but he played through it with his shoulders. So, Paul George, he always had my respect as a player. I never slandered him anyways. But he's not a number one option on a team, at least anymore. Maybe in Indiana before the scary injury he had, but he's just not anymore. Reggie Jackson balled out, another player from the Thunder. 20 points this series. He shot really good, 46%, 36% from three. Played 38 minutes too, which is unusual for him. So he's probably gonna get paid this summer somewhere. I don't know if he'll come back to the Clippers. It'll be interesting. He's probably just gonna chase money. Marcus Morris averaged 12 points. Terrence Mann had a good playoffs against the Jazz. DeMarcus Cousins, I think he may get re-signed this year. He didn't play that bad. I don't think so. Nah, he didn't play that bad on offense. At least the defense is still terrible. Patrick Beverley, you did all you could on Booker and disrupting Chris Paul, at least out their game. Yeah. Booker, he averaged, he got 22 points last game. Didn't shoot the best, though, 10 for 26. So you did what you could, man. If you lose to a Chris Paul scoring 41 points, then you just lose, man. It's just not your night. And he had one of them nights. He shot 7 for 8 from 3, 87% on the three-point line, 66% from the whole field. He was getting his ankle smashed, though, this series. But he, like I said about Chris Paul earlier, he's a leader, great player. Congrats to them. But all in all reality, we know what probably would happen in every series, what the likelihood if there was no really significant injuries. I'm fine with injuries, but come on, 10 All-Stars in one playoff, that's ridiculous, NBA. But I already congratulate the Suns, so they're probably looking like the favorites. And Juice was right.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Juice was right.
Just a little louder in the mic. So
You were right.
Juice
right.
was right.
Right.
Juice was right. Man, does it feel good? It feels so good, refreshing to hear that. Ooh. I remember way back when I said Chris Paul, he still got some. He can put up 30. You said, nah, he can't put up 30. And he put up 40. I want to talk about the injuries. Let's not sit here and act like the Suns weren't already up 2-1 on LeBron and AD Lakers before AD went down. They were already up. If y'all are afraid to say the role players played bad, just say that. Because the role players lost that series. AD, no AD. The role players lost that series. Denver. Let's not sit here and act like Jamal Murray would have made this. He would have made it a better series, but they would have won like 1-2 games. Suns still would have won at 6. Now Kawhi, that's a different story. Now we can talk. Oh, if Kawhi played, we may go to 7. We may go to 7 games, but it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. Now the game. Marcus Morris did shut me up. Apparently, in the first half, he was the only one that wanted to play. Apparently. And then you got Reggie Jackson. He balled. Paul George. He started late once again. But I can't blame him. You know, all the weight was on his shoulders. You know, yeah.
Most minutes played by 100 minutes in the playoffs. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he played the most minutes. He was looking like KD out there, minutes wise. Relax. But yeah, he was out there like KD. Not much you can do in that situation. And if Chris Paul's hot, not really much you could do, because Chris Paul makes some of the hardest shots I've ever seen as a point guard. Besides Steph, Dame, maybe, Chris Paul is right there as a point guard, making like probably the toughest shots. Like, that's crazy. So Chris Paul, I think the Clippers went on a run, the 4th, and then Chris Paul went on to score 14 points by himself straight and never looked back. And they never looked back. You got the menace to society, Patrick Beverly, pushing them for just looking at him. Patrick Beverly, earlier in the game, he made a 3. He was slapping his thigh. He was talking. He was barking. He was barking the whole series, the whole playoffs. I remember he said, I think it was like, what, 5? No, not 5. Like 3 years ago. I think you know what I'm talking about. He was talking to Steph. He said, y'all had the last 5 years. The next 5 is ours. The next 5 is ours. Now after that, he lost again. And he lost again. Listen, Pat.
I think it was only 2 years since he said.
2 years? Oh, okay.
Because it was the year they got Kawhi and Paul George.
Oh, it was 20, yeah, it was 2 years. It was 2 years. That was 2019.
It was a 3-1 and lost.
And lost.
We know why they lost.
But He got the menace to society. He pushed him, and he pushed him from behind.
I understand his frustration though.
Oh yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? You know? He was like, "Hey, you know, we lost. Let me go out with a bang real quick."
I mean, what? That mean gonna suspend him next game?
Right, you know, what can you do? You know, right. But man, oh man, you know what it's time for. We gotta look at them stats, man. Whew. Clippers. Marcus Morris, like we talked about, 26. Paul George, 21. Reggie Jackson, 13. 8 assists. Not bad. Patrick Beverly, 11 points. Somehow he got an offensive bag this series. Or at least the past like 3 games, he got an offensive bag. I don't know. He over there shaking up Paul George. Not Paul, Chris Paul. I'm like, yo, sheesh. DeMarcus Cousins, 12 points. Good quality minutes offensively. Useless defensively. That's why I think they're not going to re-sign him. If you're a defensive team, why would you want a defensive liability at the big man position? Especially
we all know Ibaka's the starter.
Yeah. But I just feel like they wouldn't re-sign him back. I just feel like they wouldn't. Especially if they keep Zubac, where is he even going to play? Nah, fam. Nah. Reason they shot 41%. And they shot 30% from 3, 78% from the line. And we looking at Phoenix. Devin Booker, 22 points, 7 boards. Didn't shoot the best, but I think he's going to get it together. They got a good enough rest. You got a good enough days of rest before the finals. Because it's only 2-2, 3. I wouldn't be surprised if the series went to 7 games. So that's at least a week. That's at least a week of rest. You got a week of rest, so DeAndre Ayton, 16-7. The X factor, like I said, 8 for 10. See what happens when he plays well. Chris Paul, man, we don't got to talk about it. We already talked about him, man. That boy's on fire. And they also won this game because Jay Crowder hit his shots. And you know who didn't play? Cameron Johnson did not play. So Torrey Craig. He came in, did his thing. 30 minutes, he did his thing defensively. He did his thing. So it was like Clippers didn't play that bad. Just the Suns just couldn't miss. That's pretty much it. They just played better. And now the Suns, man, Chris Paul, I'm going to jinx it. But if they win the finals, CP3 gonna get his ring. Devin Booker gonna get his finals MVP. I already thought whoever was coming out the West was gonna win the finals regardless. But if Atlanta comes out the East, I'm gonna say it. I'm just waiting until we see who wins. But that would be the most. I don't think anybody in the world would have guessed Suns and Hawks in the NBA Finals 2021. And nobody in the world would have guessed that. Not a soul. So that's tough. But hey, I mean, let us know what you guys think. You know. CP3 get his ring, and Devin Booker be like I said, the best player under 25 if he wins. I think so. And now we're hearing reports. I got reports earlier. Dallas and Miami are the main biggest pushers for Kawhi Leonard and free agency.
If he wants to win, he go to the Dallas. You think because you got Kawhi, you think he's beating the Nets?
You got Dallas and you got Miami. You got Dallas. Why would you want to go back to Texas? Why would you want to go back to a Texas team? Man, come on, South Beach.
Why would you want to leave LA?
You and your kids and your wife can have fun. You got the sand in your toes at the beach, man. You could just, man. I'll give up everything. I'll give up everything to go to Miami. But hey, not here to talk about that. But tonight, like we're talking about, man, Giannis is out. What? Yeah, hey, but they're back at home. Can Chris Middleton step up and win without him? I don't know. We're going to see. Or can Lemon Pepper Lou do what he did in Game 4? Who knows? But we're going to see tomorrow, man. We're going to see tomorrow. But until then, it's your boys, Juice and Lou. And we out of here. Peace.